It's Friday, y'all. We coming in hot. It's Friday. 5 days. 5 days we've been getting together in the morning. And that's fine. I've already gone about my day. But hello, Instagram people. Hello, Facebook people. Come on in if you're coming in live. And if you're not, that's totally fine too. You can come in later, as I've been saying all week. Whatever comments, interaction, I will engage with at a later time. And that's totally fine. What's up, Narissa? Hi, honey. So today is all about red flag recognition. Those of you who don't know, I am Candace Harper, Love Coach. I help exceptional Black and Brown women get into loving relationships with emotionally intelligent men. And yes, they do exist. You just got to know how to recognize and attract them. And so today is day 5 of embracing your dating journey. It's been a fantastic week for me so far, hopefully for you as well. The weeks are going to continue on until January, until we do the live Hack the Dating Apps class. So, our topic for today, red flag recognition. Let's get into it. Let's dive in, okay? So, why is it that so many of us experience hindsight regret in past relationships? And why is it so frequently the same self-shaming assessment of ourselves that we do? I beat myself up because either I did not see or I ignored the red flags, right? I can tell you that I participate in a ton of Facebook groups where women discuss relationships, as you do when you're a relationship coach for women. And not only do we shame ourselves for making bad choices, we can't wait to stick the landing in the comments of any relationship weary woman's post and let her know that she should have chose better. She should have seen the red flags. And it's so disempowering, but this is our paradigm, right? Why didn't I heed the red flags? Why didn't I notice them? Look for the red flags. It's a paradigm of obsession about it, feeling like somehow we can protect ourselves. There's even a guy on YouTube whose whole channel is about running through a field with an enormous red flag in response to video examples of shitty relationship behavior. And it's hilarious, and it's not at all inaccurate. Like, he definitely, hits the nail on the head and recognizes the behavior and runs through the field. But even that is a way of saying, well, it's something that we should be hyper vigilant and aware of when we're trying to date, when we're trying to fall in love. And it's almost like cognitive dissonance, right? We're trying to create love, but we're supposed to be looking for what's wrong with you. So, why do we struggle so much with the seeing and the heeding of red flags? And I have 3 really common reasons that are exactly what I'm talking about, why it's such a challenge. Number 1, that we often want it to work so badly because we've invested so much time and attention in, fixing ourselves and dressing up nice and, rejudging our enthusiasm and, wanting to hope and wanting it to work. And so we subconsciously resolve to fix anything that we may not like about a potential partner sometimes. Sometimes we don't even think about it. It's just a subconscious reaction. So, I can be okay with that because I really want this to work. Especially when we think that we're really good at fixing ourselves, right? When we've done so much work on ourselves, like, hey, I've done this for myself. I certainly can be enough of a pillar, an example for someone else, or I can, change someone else. We may not think it consciously, but that's often what's going on in the subconscious. So deep down, our desire for a relationship when we're feeling like that is unhealthfully attached to our self-esteem. And when we don't have a relationship, we subconsciously operate as if something is missing. And so when something is missing in our subconscious, something is missing in our mind, something is missing, in our perception of ourselves, we become desperate to fill that, right? The hierarchy of needs. We feel like it's a need that has to be fulfilled. And, it's not like we're walking around consciously thinking these things. So it causes us to ignore certain behaviors or certain things that we might not ignore otherwise. Right? The second is that we've been told and sold and conditioned to believe that by any means necessary, we got to get married as women. Everything we consume in this patriarchal society tells us that as women, we are worthless without following the male centered rules. Even our religion and religious leaders, our families, and our fathers take serious umbrage with even 5 minutes of womanly singlehood. And so, for those of us under this influence, and many of us are, me at this big old age, I'm visiting my father right now, and I find myself with the old feelings coming back with his disapproval of, spending an adult female life without walking down the aisle. Is, for him, it's hard to even fathom, because with me and my sisters, that's what we were raised to be, as wives, right? And that's our generation. Even younger generations are still getting the same message. We've been told that you're worthless without following these male-centered rules, right? So there's an underlying urgency to mate that often dictates that we settle by ignoring the red flags and ignoring the things that are going to cause an unsustainable or an unhappy relationship, even when our intuition, which is very strong, says something different. Right. So the third thing is that we often ignore them, or we often struggle with this whole red flag paradigm because we've been hurt, disappointed, or deeply disenchanted after trying to follow these rules. So we've become hypervigilant. We can't decipher a real red flag from simply a bad taste in shoes or a little bit of social awkwardness. So we get frustrated. And so then we'd stay alone, or we make it so that we don't even have to make those kinds of determinations. We just, leave our love life in a box somewhere. We try to suppress it. We resolve ourselves to beliefs like, men ain't shit. Or we might post our grievances in a private Facebook group or with our friends and let ourselves be soothed by a flood of amens and agreements, right? When we do deal with anybody, it's just for the sake of bias confirmation. So we stay heavily guarded. And that's what the whole red flag and, look for the red flags and you should have seen the red flags paradigm does to us. It's not valuable. It doesn't help us. It doesn't work. Right? So what do we do instead? What do we do when our ability to envision the path to a healthy, loving relationship is impaired by red flag confusion? Here are 3 things. Clarity. Clarity, honey, is number 1. Understanding exactly how you want to experience your love life and who you want to experience it with, even if you have never met him, even if you have seen no signs of him. And I say him, I don't want to, just be binary, whatever gender you're attracted to. That clarity, that ability to envision and be so clear about what you want to experience in a relationship, and allowing yourself to create that clarity, having a vision that aligns with your core values, what is important to you at your core, whether or not you're in a relationship. Your core values are your core values no matter what, right? That's what you're aligning with. That's who you're being. That's being who you say you are. So when you develop the clarity around the relationship you want to experience using those core values, you have a North Star to guide you home. And either people align with it or they don't. And if they don't, who cares? Because most of them won't. And you don't get so attached and caught up in it, right? Number 2, believing that this vision that you've created, this clarity that you have, is your birthright. It's what you're here for. It's why you're, walking around in this human suit, why you got the human suit you got. It's what you're here for. It's your birthright. It's your birthright to experience unconditionality, aka love. It is your birthright to have the experience that you came here for. And the reason you came here for it is because it's a desire of your heart. If it's not a desire of your heart, you're probably not even going to listen to this broadcast, and that's totally fine. But when it is a desire of your heart, it's what you came here for, my sweetheart. Right? So you want to be crystal clear about it, and you want to believe in it. You want to have faith. You want to be peaceful with the faith that what you seek is seeking you. Right? And you can use your religion to support you with that faith. If religion is not your bag, you can just use your consciousness. You can use your sense of humanity. Even if you don't even believe in humanity, you can believe in that your vision is your vision and that you're here for it. Right? And it's that belief that's going to guide your steps, guide your interactions with other people, your engagement with your love life, your willingness to commit to it. Because if you don't believe it, You're right, whatever you believe about yourself, right? And then number three, I kind of mentioned it already, alignment with your own core values, right? So being who you say you are is character. And if I say that my core value is compassion, all I really need to be doing is aligning with compassion. Aligning with compassion, whatever that looks like for me, right? And always recalibrating. Sometimes we fall out of alignment, but when we're willing to recalibrate with what's most important to us, being in alignment with that, being who I say that I am. Character is the only accurate determination of whether someone else's relationship worthy, and the only way to be able to determine character is when we're in alignment with our own. Because you know that someone is not of good character if they're out of alignment with what is important to you at your core, in your human core, right? And I say it like it's just so easy, it's just so simple. But this is what self-discovery and transformation is all about. This is why we're here. This is, I think Katie Byron calls it life school, or Byron Katie, she calls it life school. This is life school, right? And so when we allow ourselves to be in that process of self-alignment, of understanding what's important to us, being able to create clear visions, we don't have to sit around, trying to put people up against our list and look for the red flags. Don't miss a red flag. Because you won't. Every love relationship is a mirror of our relationship with ourselves, right? And how well we are aligned with ourselves, how well we love and accept ourselves, how unconditional we are with ourselves. Every person that comes up is just mirroring exactly how we treat ourselves on the inside. So when we're aware of the importance of character, when we're aware of the importance of alignment, we can give ourselves permission to just relax. Because the green flags and the red flags will reveal themselves through that relaxation. And this is the kind of deep level love life transformation that we'll be doing in next year's group coaching membership, the Salon. So this is the deep level stuff that I'm only going to kind of skim over in Hack the Apps. In Hack the Apps, it's really going to be about getting a premium dating app profile together for you so you can actually attract your person. But this deep level stuff is happening in my group membership, because this is stuff that we as a community can support each other with growing into, so that it's not hard work, so that it's actually fun, that we're practicing relationships and relating and interacting and looking after each other. And so if you want to get a taste of what it will be like to have the love life that is your birthright, join me in the Hack the Apps class in January. You can register anytime. I'll leave you the links. I'll leave you the links in the post. I think I'm having connection problems on Instagram. Okay, you're back. I'll leave you the links in the post. You can go to bit.ly/hack the dating apps in order to just register for the class, or you can take my free quiz. Go to bit.ly dating profile quiz and find out, if you're on the dating apps, find out what your profile is saying about you. If you're not yet on the dating apps, but you're thinking about it, you can go and take the quiz and see what your dating profile would say about you, depending on the answers that you put in the quiz, like what you're considering, putting in your profile. And so once you find out, you'll definitely want to join Hack the Apps. Let's not even pretend. So go ahead and join. Follow either the links. I'll make sure to put them in the post. And that's it, my sweethearts. I don't remember off the top of my head what next week's theme is going to be. However, I am going to post it when I post these videos. So make sure to check the captions to make sure, see what it is, so you can get geared up and get excited about what we're going to talk about all next week. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you're looking forward to it. Hopefully you've been able to join me this week. If you haven't, please go back and watch the lives. And you can do that if you join the Hack the Dating Apps group. So join that group. Hi, Sean. Welcome. Join Hack the Dating Apps group, and you can go back and watch all of this week's videos, and then also be notified for the videos that are coming up. All right, so I'm Candace Harper. I get exceptional Black and brown women into loving relationships with emotionally intelligent men. I will see you tomorrow. I love you so much, my sweethearts, and have a really great weekend. All right, thank you for joining me. Narissa, thank you for joining me. And anybody else who comes along, remember, I engage. So leave comments. Let me know what you think. All right, bye, my loves. Bye now. I like to say bye to Instagram first. Now I'm going to say goodbye to Facebook. Bye, y'all.